Hi, my name is Hunter Orthmann, and I'm here to tell you about some of the benefits of legalizing medical marijuana. Marijuana is currently classified by our federal government as a Schedule I drug, meaning it has no currently accepted medical use and has a high risk of abuse. This schedule is the most severe of the 5 federal categories of drugs and places marijuana in the same category as heroin, ecstasy, and LSD. However, methamphetamine and cocaine are Schedule II drugs, meaning that the federal government believes these drugs are somewhat safer than marijuana. This belief has no research to support it and is obsolete. The National Health Interview Survey is a study conducted by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and records data on the number of annual deaths by those using various illegal substances. This study found that there were 3 main categories of drugs responsible for many of the thousands of overdose deaths in America that year. These 3 categories were cocaine, heroin, and opioid pain medications such as oxycodone, hydrocodone, and methadone. Of these 3 categories of drugs, only one is a Schedule I drug, and that is heroin. Marijuana, a drug that has never killed anyone due to overdosage, remains a Schedule I drug, while drugs like cocaine and opioid pain medications are not, and they continue to be legal. However, many would argue that just because marijuana isn't as dangerous as some of those drugs that are already legal doesn't necessarily mean that we should legalize it. After all, it's still a dangerous drug, right? This would be a very valid argument if it weren't for the fact that marijuana is actually not nearly as dangerous as people once thought. Every drug, whether it's legal or illegal, is assigned what is known as an LD50 number, and this number is a representation of how much of a certain drug is required to kill off half of the organisms in the test. When researchers attempted to give marijuana an LD50 number, they were physically unable to do it. They could not give the mice enough marijuana to kill them. Despite this, they have still made estimates as to what marijuana's LD50 number would be, and they vary from 5,000 all the way up to 20,000. What this means is that in just 15 minutes, one would have to consume at least 5,000 times the amount of marijuana inside a single commercial joint just to reach a potentially fatal dosage. This doesn't even mean that it's going to kill you if you take that much, but that it could. This amounts to 2,000 pounds of marijuana in just 15 minutes. Logically speaking, this means that it is physically impossible to die from overdosing on marijuana. However, not only is it not as dangerous as people once thought, but it also has great medical benefits. There are many different strands of marijuana plants, and these vary in chemical makeup. Some have high amounts of tetrahydrocannabinol, which is better known as THC, and is the psychoactive ingredient in marijuana, which gets people high, while other strands of marijuana are low in THC, but high in cannabidiol, which is the non-psychoactive ingredient, but still has great relaxing power. In states that have already legalized medical marijuana, cannabidiol has done a great job of treating several diseases, such as multiple sclerosis, post-traumatic stress disorder, and schizophrenia. Cannabidiol is also famous for treating seizures with great success, and there are numerous more potential medical benefits. However, these medical benefits remain a mystery due to the lack of research done on marijuana in America. This lack of research is because marijuana continues to be categorized as a Schedule I drug. So, it's time that our federal government removes this classification and legalizes medical marijuana.